Hi lovelies, welcome to my channel. 5 things I've learned in life that I would love to share with you all. Number 1, learn to celebrate others. When people are celebrating, learn to celebrate also with them. When you celebrate people, it enforces the aura of celebration also around your life. If you are believing God for the same blessing of the same testimony that God has given to someone, learn to celebrate it, because it has a way also of robbing you of the same blessing or of the same testimony. You can't be believing God for something and knowing that God has blessed somebody with what you are believing God for, and you cannot celebrate or appreciate God on behalf of that person. So how do you expect your own blessing to come? Every man here on earth have their own time of celebration. So when you see your brother or your sister celebrating, learn to celebrate also with the person. Number 2, never you bite the hand that feeds you. A lot of people has forgotten the past because they are carried away by the present. They are forgotten when they were in pain, when they're in depression. They are forgotten who God used to pull them out from the dunghill. Never you bite the hand that feeds you. I have a boss I worked with for years, a custom boss. It's not that my working with him was so pleasant or was so rosy all the time. There were times we had our own issues, there was abuse. People are bent on remembering the pain or the negative part of the person, but forgetting that God used the person for them. Once in a while, I call my boss and I send him recharge card. Not that he's broke or he needs it, but that is the way I can show my appreciation. So many people that died, they are killed by people that they helped. If you are privileged to be a blessing to someone, do it. The reward may not be from the person, but from someone else. I've seen people that have helped a lot of people to rise, to stand, but right now they are in pain. The same people has backed out, turned their back against them, nowhere to be found. These are the people that they helped. So this life we are is very deep. Life is spiritual. You only know today, you don't know tomorrow. Many people end up fighting the same people that God used to build them, lift them up, bring them to limelight. That is how bad it is. People fighting their helper because they feel they have arrived. And most times when you always depend on people that God have used you to lift or to help, you end up getting disappointed. You end up regretting how you met this individual. I've come to share this with you. Never you bite the hand that feeds you. It's very, very important. And also, never you compare yourself with anybody. You are born alone. You came to this world alone. Nobody accompanying you here on earth. So don't compare yourself with anybody, because for the fact you're not getting the results you've always wished for yourself, and your friends are getting it or achieving it, does not mean that your own time will not come. The Bible said that time and chance happens to them all. And the Bible said in 2 Corinthians 10 verse 12 that we do not commend ourselves or classify ourselves with those that commend themselves. Those measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves by themselves are not wise. Every man is born with a potential. Every man is a carrier of greatness. Every man is a carrier of something huge. When you compare yourself to others, you limit your creator. When you compare yourself to others, you make yourself feel so inferior. You feel so intimidated because you feel there is something they have that you don't have. Unknown to you that there is so much greatness inside of you. Major miracles or testimony that look like a lie doesn't come that easy. So you comparing yourself to others doesn't make you a wise person. You are so unique. You are a boundless entity. It's not happening for you now does not mean that it will not happen for you tomorrow. The difference between you and them is just time. Number 4, be kind and caring to others. You don't need to have millions in your account before you show love to someone. It's not that you have. It's not that life is so rosy for you. It's not that you have gotten everything you want. You can appear beautiful. You can appear all clean, all happy. But there's something you're going through that people don't know. So you can't be so broke or so poor that you don't have something that you can give out or something you can use to show love or care. Giving have a way of opening financial doors for you. You can't be a giver and you end up in shame. It's not possible. God have a way of wiping their own tears. In your own little you're giving, God have a way of raising destiny helpers also to meet your need. I'm a living witness. That has been my life. In my widow's mind, in my little, I share. But the way God sustained me, the way God provides for me, sometimes I cannot even explain. It's not that people that I help are people that render help back to me. No, strangers. Divine favor, sweatless favor. The money might be coming in littles, but well appreciated. Because I didn't struggle for it. The Bible said in John 4, so people will work and labor that you come to harvest from that labor. That is what giving does to you. Because when you give, you're giving to Jesus. He said, when I was in prison, you visited me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was hungry, you fed me. How come? He is not here. When you do it to this set of people, you are doing it unto Christ. There's always a reward when you do good. There's always a reward when you give. Very, very important. In my own little way, I do it and I receive favor. I receive blessing and I can't stop doing it. It might not be for everybody, but the strength and the capacity that God has given me to reach out to people, I will keep doing it. Till God keep expanding me to do more. So one thing I've learned in life is what? To be kind and caring to people. Lastly, always be grateful. Many of us tend to remember the things that God has not done for us, but we've forgotten that our living is by His grace. Our breathing in and breathing out is by His grace. Learn to be grateful. Sometimes take a walk to the prison yards or to the hospital. My last video I made about a classmate of mine that her 2 legs was amputated, and we went to Igbobi to visit her. In the accident victim, different rooms, you will see patients, old and young. Some people leg up. If you ask, they'll tell you this leg has been up for 6 months. It has not come down. People with POP. People with bandages. That is just accident victim. Imagine other ward. Emergency room. Imagine the other wards. How it is. This as human being like you. Some people there have not even seen the moon, talk of the sky. They don't know how the outside world looks like. Some have been there for 1 year, for 2 years, battling with their life. So when you feel God have not been helping you, my dear, take a walk. When you take a walk, you have every reason to appreciate this God. You have every reason to be grateful. You gave birth to beautiful kids. So people end up giving birth to children with autism. Children with special needs children. They didn't bargain it like that. They didn't plan that it would be like that. From the pregnancy to the childbirth, they've been struggling up to this moment. They're struggling. Because of what? They have special needs children. With all the multivitamin, with all the good supplements they took, with all the antenatal, yet it ended up that way. And you, with 2 hands, 2 legs, you can't be grateful to God. Because of what? Because of that visa? Because of that rent you've not paid? Because of your children's school fees? You are crying for school fees. Some people are crying for even life, for even oxygen on their child. Some children are in the hospital. Every day, they have to buy oxygen for that child to live. But you are crying for just school fees, but your children are well and they're healthy. Do more of the appreciation than the complaining. Many of us complain we've not gotten this, we've not gotten that. The people that are more beautiful, more handsome, more intelligent, more holy, more prayerful than you, but they're in their grave. Purpose unfulfilled. Destiny unfulfilled. Life being cut short. But here you are, hale and hearty, and you complain about everything. Go to the prison and see people that are arrested unjustly. I saw a man on social media, how he was crying. He was crying that he was in prison for 23 years, or for the case that he don't even know about. He never knew anything about it for 23 years. Or his 23 years of his life was messed up, was used in the prison. Many people are like that. But they find themselves in a wrong location. And before you know, they became victim of what they don't know about. So these are the things you will see. It will help you to really appreciate this God the more. It will help you to know that God indeed has been so good and so lovely to you. Sometimes you can complain, but continuous complaint without being appreciative, without being grateful, without remembering the good things that God has done for you is very, very bad. So as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself also. Let's learn to appreciate. Let's learn to be grateful to God and also to men. There's some people that God have really used to be a blessing to us. Sometimes let's be grateful to God on their behalf, because without them, where you are right now, you might not be there. So always learn to show gratitude. Always learn to be grateful. Okay? I love you all and God bless you.